Everyone's JackelWolf back in Stoneblock 2 with another 5 minutes. That's how I did it. If you've been following along, you know that we are working our way through every single quest in Stoneblock 2. This episode, I want to focus on some of the chicken quests. Now, the reason for that is I am trying to produce a bunch of wheat, and right now I've got my farmer automatically harvesting wheat off of dirt. Dirt is really slow though, and I want to kind of improve that by using some chicken manure with the dirt to make some fertilized dirt, and that's going to speed this up quite a bit. So chickens are on the list for today. Stoneblock 2 gives us a couple of different ways of getting chickens. Now we're going to look at 2 of the quest ways of getting a chicken, plus a little of a bonus one. There is also the vegan quest, which we're going to have to do a little bit later on. It actually requires mob chunks, and that's something we're just not going to be able to do. So to start, let us start with the Snare Quest. So to get the Snare Quest, we're first going to have to make ourselves some bait. So we're going to start with some grain bait, and that is just 3 pieces of string with a piece of wheat in a crafting table gets us a grain bait. Now you see we got 1 task done. The second task for this quest is going to make a ground trap. Now to make a ground trap, we need a chest in the crafting table with 4 sticks, 3 pieces of string, and 1 wooden trap door. So we're going to grab that out and we're going to go and place it into the world. Now for the ground trap to work, we need to place it on the ground level, surrounded by at least 4 blocks of grass. So I've got it in the middle here. We could stagger these out if we wanted, but for now we're going to open that up and we're going to throw that ground bait into that trap. You can see it went from 4 to 3, and that means it is working. Now this is very slow, and it's really only going to give me passive mob drops. So at best, all I could hope for is a chicken egg, which I could then put into a nest and hatch like that. But that is a very slow process, and that is going to take quite a while. So let us open that up, and we're going to get that random reward first. We got some diamond tiered chest upgrades. That is really good. The second way of this to get a chicken in Stoneblock 2 is we're going to use the Wholesale Quest. Now that is to buy a chicken. Now to do that, we're going to need something called a market. To make a market, you're going to need 1 emerald, 4 pieces of wool, and 4 wood planks. Now, I got this wool from making it out of string. The emeralds are actually coming from our auto sifter that we got set up last episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this market and let's just place it, let's just place it right here for the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up, and you can see we can actually buy things in here using emeralds. Now, right now, if I keep clicking here, all it's going to show me is the 1 emerald buys. What we want to do is we want to bump that up to 3 emerald buys, because that is the cost of a chicken spawn egg. And if we just click through here, we should eventually get to, here we go, we got some seeds, and we've also got the saplings. We're going to have to go past the saplings, and any second now, there is going to be some spawn eggs. There we go. So that is a sheep, a cow, and here we go, a spawn chicken egg. So we're going to buy that. That is now part of our, inventory here. Now, as a bonus, another simpler way of getting chickens in Stoneblock 2 is to use some chicken bait. Now, to do that, you simply need 2 seeds in a crafting table. Will get you 1 piece of chicken bait. So let's set the bait first before we go and use the spawn egg, simply because the once we put the chicken in the world, the chances of the bait working is reduced based on how far away it is. So what we need is a block of water in the world and some grass blocks. We're going to place down that chicken bait. Now you can see some tooltips popped up. Bait will work in this environment. Move out of range so you don't scare the animals away. You are too close, the animals are scared away. So what we're going to do is we're going to move a little distance away. And it's kind of tough to say how far away it is, but they do spawn in fairly quickly. So we'll give that a moment. Actually, if we watch our map up at the top of the screen, we may see something pop in just right where my arrow is pointing. And we'll just give that a minute. I'm going to cut ahead until he is there, and then we'll go from there. Okay, guys, there you go. So he has spawned really, really quickly. I just had enough time to just kind of organize my inventory a touch, but he spawns in as a baby. Now, what we want to do is we want to use that chicken spawn egg, and we've spawned in an adult. So the last step here, and it's going to take a little bit of time, is we need one of these guys to lay a egg, basically. So we're going to wait for them, and actually, while we are waiting... Okay, so this ground trap has not gone off. It's like every couple hundred ticks, there's a chance that it is going to find some here. So if we are lucky, actually look at that. It just popped in just as we were talking. So we got a little bit of raw beef. If we are lucky, one of these is going to be an egg, and it might actually be debatable which one is going to be first. But we're going to cut here. We're going to wait, and as soon as I get an egg, we will cut back. Okay, guys, so you can see the chicken has laid an egg, and actually I've also got an egg in the ground trap, so they've both worked really, really well. What we're going to do is grab that egg. Now, all I need now is a feather, and this is where things get a little bit dicey, because I could wait a little bit longer and see if I get a feather in the ground trap. Or I may have to resort to killing the chicken to grab a feather. So let's give this a few minutes, and we will see how it goes. Okay, guys, so I killed off one of the chickens, and I was lucky enough to get a feather. So that is good. I've let the other one age up, and he is all ready to go. So the next step is we're going to come over here. We're going to take a feather and an egg in a craft table with a stick gets us a chicken catcher. Now, that is a task complete, a chicken catcher. The next part of that task is we just need to right-click on a chicken with the chicken catcher, and we actually pick it up as an item. Now, we can use this to store chickens, and we can also use this to put them into a new type of pen, different than the ones from Sky Factory 3, and we'll be working on those ones a little bit later. But for now, we'll get that. A random reward is a building gadget. That is really, really good. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please think about leaving a like and a subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JackelWolf, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.